Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a little tutorial for the instructors for CrossBraining setup. So if you recall, CrossBraining is a platform that we use that helps students record little segments of a video. So remember, they're making kind of like a mini lecture video for you that's 5 minutes long. And the idea is that they can record each step separately. Therefore making it like if they mess up, they only have to re-record that one step. They don't have to record the whole 5-minute video again. So we're using this platform. So the first thing you have to remember is that the tutorial for the students is in the help link. And then you're going to add a link at some point that you're going to call CrossBraining. Each course shell should have its own CrossBraining link. So where do we get that link? Let me show you. If you go into the CrossBraining site, when you first log in, you've been given an instructor login, and I've also assigned you a course or two depending on how many you're teaching. It looks a little bit empty, but you need to go to Live Courses. And you will see something that looks kind of like this with the date on it. Now, right now I don't have any students on here, but you can still get the link to put on your Canvas shell. You can go in and you can click on Settings, and this is where you find the course code. You can copy, but what I would like you to do is take this link and copy that. It's going to be copied to the clipboard. Then you're going to go back and put that URL right in here. I'm not going to add it right now, just because I don't want to add it to the source course because that was mine. But you should do that. I wouldn't publish it right away. We're going to wait a few days so that they don't have to worry about CrossBraining in the first couple days of school. So you can put it in there and keep it unpublished until you're ready to go. So that's the first thing. You're going to have to put the link to your CrossBraining class into Canvas. The next thing we need to do is add the students to the CrossBraining course, and we're going to do that by giving CrossBraining a list of who to add. The easiest way to do that is you go to jccmi.edu and you go into Jetstream. This is the same place where you submit grades and attendance and things like that. Go to Faculty and then click on your course. You can export to a CSV file. That's great. Just take that CSV file and you're going to send that to CrossBraining. So I would like you to do that on Wednesday or Thursday of the first week. They're going to take those names and add them into your CrossBraining course shell. So right now, I have nobody in this shell because we haven't done that yet. Okay, let's go back. So first thing, you're going to get your link, you're going to put it in your course shell, you're going to leave it unpublished. Second thing, you're going to make a roster and you're going to give it to CrossBraining and they're going to put people in your shells. The last part of this is the actual grading part. I don't have any students in my new shell, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on my old shell. So if you were to click on this, you can see that this is from last semester, so we have all 6 of our CrossBraining assignments in there, and they all have sort of different numbers of steps in them. For now, we're going to just look at homeostasis, and you can see here are your students. And when they've submitted it and when they're finished, each one of the steps has a little green check mark. If they haven't been checked off, it means they haven't submitted it yet. This student, for whatever reason, had 2 different logins. When you're ready to grade, what I would suggest you do is go into your course shell. I'm using an old course shell here. And click on the CrossBraining video, which is in the assessments folder for each unit. And you can see the rubric is down here. So it really walks you through each of the steps and how many points there are. But you can see here's the test student, and you can see here's the rubric, and you can kind of drag this over. This semester, students are supposed to be submitting a screenshot of the submission window from CrossBraining. That will notify you that there's something that needs to be graded and put a time stamp on it so that they can get full points for it being on time. When you start watching the video, So let's start with this student.
Today we're going to be talking about...
And you can change the volume, you can make it full screen. The one I like to do, I like to change the playback speed to like 1.5. If something happens and it doesn't get submitted properly, you can click on the require resubmission. So I'll have this on one screen and this, I'll go to her, on the next screen. And then all you have to do is click through here and give them their points and then make a comment or two. They've done a lot of work on this, so I think they deserve some comments on maybe things they did great, things that they can do for next time. So again, this student doesn't have a submission. That was something that we started later in the course, but your student should have submissions, and that way it'll tell you when you need to grade them. When you're done with this student, you can go to the next student.
Homeostasis is...
And again, it just starts, so just be ready. You can just pause them if you're not ready to go. So you're basically going to have, if you can, do 2 screens. You're watching it in this one and you're grading it on Canvas. So you're going to want to do the URL link right away, just so you're set up. Leave it unpublished for now. You're going to provide the roster in the first week of class once people have added and dropped. And then as assignments come in, you're going to need to grade them. My advice is to grade the assignments as they are submitted. Do not wait until they're all in to start grading them, because then you'll have 24 of them to do and they're all over you trying to get their grades. You always have 1 or 2 really good students that turn them in 4 or 5 days early. Grade them as they come in, so that way you only have 1 or 2 to do each day and it doesn't become overwhelming. Thanks for listening.